everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. Today I am bringing you the video with my August TBR. This feels pretty good to make a monthly TBR. It's been a while since I've actually made a monthly TBR. The last several things that I've been doing have been readathon related. So it was just fun to just be able to pick some books off my shelf that I've been meaning to get to, but also to try and make a dent in some of the books that I really wanted to get to this year. So that's what you're also going to see in this video. There's 5 books. Some of them are going to be if I get to them, maybe kind of situation, because I have a lot that I want to do on audiobook, but we'll get to that when we get to those books. So the very first book that I want to talk about, this is Nevernight, written by Kristoff. You saw this book get unhauled, and then I put it in my second chance TBR video because so many of you were like, I think you mixed up a Kristoff series, and they're telling me that this is where it's at. Plus, with the release of Dark Dawn, which is the 3rd book in this series, if I really like it, I already have God's Grave, and then I can just purchase the 3rd book, and then I won't have that whole waiting forever for the completion of a series. So I scheduled this specifically to go along with the Dark Dawn release, but this follows Mia Corvair, who is a young woman who is an orphan and ends up going to a school for assassins. Many tropes that I enjoy, and so many of you have also said that this has just been a stellar, superb, spectacular series, so I can't wait to get to it. So this is Nevernight, written by Kristoff. The next book that I want to get to, this is Blood of Dragons, written by Robin Hobb. This is the 4th book in the Rain Wild Chronicles quartet, part of the larger Realm of the Elderling series. So I just finished City of Dragons, which is the 3rd book. I'm really trying to get to finishing the Realm of the Elderling series this year, and I don't have that many months of 2019 left. I honestly thought I'd be a lot farther along in the year in this series than I am right now. I enjoy the Rain Wild Chronicles, not as much as I've enjoyed the other parts of the series, and it's been moving a little bit slower for me. City of Dragons, I definitely had to tag team as far as reading in my physical copy, as well as the audiobook rendition. So that might be the case of what I do with this one. I think the first physical book that I really want to get my hands on is going to be Nevernight, and then I'm going to devote some time to Blood of Dragons, and if I have to tag team this with audiobook, I'll probably do that. But it's all part of my larger plan to get through all the Robin Hobb books this year. The next book that I want to get to, this is a newer series for me. This is Spellslinger, written by Sebastien de Castell. This is his young adult series. It's a series of 6 books called the Spellslinger series. And I just started listening to this book this week, actually. So I've already started on this one. So this is if I finish this one, I'm already ready to go with the next one, which is called Shadow Black. So anyways, this is Sebastien de Castell's first series after he did the Greatcoat series, so that's where you might have heard about his name on my channel. This is a young adult series that follows a young man named Kellen. He is a part of this magical tribe where his father is a very powerful mage. His sister, who is younger than him, is a very powerful mage. His mother is this very powerful healer. And Kellen is a young man about to turn 16. He's about to take his mage trials, but his magic has been fading. So for him, it's just this really embarrassing thing to be a part of this big, magical, powerful family and then have his magic fail on him. He meets a really interesting, charismatic, kind of mysterious woman named Farius Parfax, who decides to offer him a different way of life than just going through his mage's trials. Also, if you hear the chewing, that's Luna chewing on her bone. So he's a young man who's just trying to consider his options because he really doesn't want to be an embarrassment to his family, to his clan, by not being able to wield any magic. So this is a really exciting start. I've been listening to it on audiobook as well because Joe Jameson, who narrates the Greatcoat series, has returned for this one, and I really enjoy his narration style. Pretty happy to have this in my collection. So this is Spellslinger, written by Sebastien de Castell. The next book that I want to get to, this is Red Rising, written by Pierce Brown, the first book in the Red Rising trilogy. I made that video of all these sci-fi books that I really want to get to, and I've been doing abysmally with that list. So I'm really trying to tackle some of those books. So Red Rising is one of them. It's short enough that I think I can get through it. I also do have it queued up on audiobook, so if I need to listen to it once I'm done with Spellslinger, then I've got that plan in action ready to go. But this is a dystopian cross of Hunger Games, sci-fi sort of situation. So many of you have already read this, and I'm just trying to play catch up on some good sci-fi recommendations that y'all have given me. So this is Red Rising, written by Pierce Brown. And the final book that I want to get to for the month of August, this is Scythe, written by Neil Schusterman. This is also one of the books that I have on my list of sci-fi books that I really wanted to get to this year. And to be honest, young adult sci-fi and I get along quite well. So this is a young adult novel. The second one, Thunderhead, is also a book that I have in my collection. So this is a part of my sci-fi list that I'm really trying to tackle this year. So this is a utopian society where they've solved pretty much every single problem, including death. They have these figures called Scythes who are in charge of population control, and that means they are in charge of killing people so that way they can cull their population and ensure that they maintain their numbers as a population and don't overpopulate. Another really popular book for a lot of people. A lot of people have really recommended this one, so I'm very excited to have this one in my collection. I'm very, very excited to finally have some room and some space in my TBR to be able to get to this one, because this has been sitting on my shelf for a while. Alright, so that was like a super quick video, a super quick TBR, but I'm really trying to focus the end of the year on getting some of those books that I've been meaning to read knocked out on the list, because we only have 4 months to go after the month of August. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them. There's a lot of popular titles in here, so I'm excited to be able to actually take part in some discussions that people have said about these books. You can follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. It's at whatcassread, same as this channel, so it should be super easy to find. And then of course I have my Goodreads link, and that is always listed down below. You know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Running down to the riptide, taking a ride to the dark side.